We all have made some wrong choices in our teenage years, right? But there are some choices that have done too much damage to the point that you cannot do anything but face the consequences. In this video, we will be seeing 3 crazy reactions of teen convicts receiving life sentences. Number 1. In this video, we can see a teen convict named Shondell Jackson. He is in the Milwaukee County Courthouse at his sentencing for being convicted of murdering a university student. Reportedly, 18-year-old Jackson and his friend were hunting for victims when they saw Potter leave a bar. Nathan Potter, the 21-year-old victim, was a college student at the University of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. They stalked and demanded money from Potter, but things took a different turn when Jackson learned that Potter didn't have any cash. Jackson shot him, which killed him instantly. Officials said that Jackson fled to Mississippi the day after Potter's murder. Jackson's uncle reportedly tipped off the police on his whereabouts, where he was arrested. In the video, we can see that while he was on trial, Jackson made gestures toward the victim's family and when he was escorted out of the courtroom. You can see him smiling at the family just before the sentencing. Jackson's mother told the court she first heard about the killing on TV. When I saw it on the news, I even cried. I'm like, oh my God, I can't imagine what that mother is going through. I never had a clue that my child had anything to do with it. My son is not a monster. Jackson now apologizes for what he has done. When the judge announced life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, Jackson had an outburst. As the deputies restrained Jackson, you can hear one of Jackson's family members screaming at the victim's family. While Jackson is serving life in prison without parole, his friend pleaded guilty to acting as the lookout and was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Number 2. In this next clip, you can see this kid named Dylan Shoemaker going under trial in a courthouse in Buffalo, New York. He's at his sentencing after being convicted of second-degree murder at age 16. Shoemaker was babysitting his girlfriend's child when she went to work that evening. He was inside a Springville home that he shared with his parents. Later that evening, Shoemaker beat the 23-month-old child, and as a result of the injuries, the young child died. Dylan Shoemaker would later be arrested and charged with the murder of a toddler, along with child abuse charges. According to his lawyer, Shoemaker was reportedly trying to get the child to stop crying, and he never wanted to hurt the child or for him to die, but the jurors didn't buy it, and Shoemaker was convicted of second-degree murder. As we can see, when Shoemaker enters the courtroom, he starts crying and telling everyone how sorry he is before he can even get set up behind the defense table. When Shoemaker was awaiting his trial, he had a phone call with his mother, and the conversation ended up being recorded. Shoemaker was later sentenced to the maximum punishment with a minimum sentence of 25 years, but that sentence was later modified to 18 years to life. Number 3. In this next clip, you can see Brandon Spencer in the Los Angeles County Superior Court. He was charged with 4 counts of attempted murder. The 19-year-old Spencer attended a crowded party on the Los Angeles University of Southern California campus. Suddenly, gunshots went off, and it was mayhem. Everyone scattered. Some ran in fear and others hid. Reportedly, Spencer also ran, but he was stopped in a parking lot half a mile away, where he got picked up by the LAPD for questioning. A couple of days later, he was charged with 4 counts of attempted murder. 4 people were injured, but fortunately, no one died. That if you are so intent on killing someone that you're willing to shoot them and at the same time open fire into a crowd, prosecutors argued during the trial. The shooting resulted from a feud between Spencer and a rival gang member. Spencer maintained his innocence throughout the trial, but the jury didn't agree. Nearly 50 family members and friends were packed in the courtroom as the judge read the sentence. Sheriff deputies restrained Spencer as he banged his head on the defense table. Reportedly, Brandon was sentenced to 40 years to life for 4 counts of attempted murder. With that, we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up. For more videos like this, click on the links you see on the screen. We will come back again with more content. Until then, goodbye.